Hey, hi guys. From this video, I'm planning to explain you these concepts, and my plan will be like this. I want to explain you all this in a practical approach. Let's see the simple definition before start the programming. The first one is spy. It's a similar to a mock to create the instance, but when it comes to the usage, there is a slight variation. Capture, this annotation used to create the argument capture instance, and once we have the argument capture instance, you can actually capture the method parameters. In which circumstance generally we need this mechanism. We'll see it in example manner. Verify is a method. This is basically used to cross check the values, or even in some cases it can be used to set the values also. Let's see the execution part. The first one, spy. I want to describe the spy annotation with the practical approach. So there is one example, JUnit example 3. I'm using this to describe spy. So before start the spy, let's run the same test case with a mock. Now if you see line number 27 is my target, account service is my target, and there are two dependent properties on this, line number 30 and line number 33. So both got annotated with mock, and this is my test case. Now if you come to line number 40, this is a stubbing statement. Line number 41 is actually a target method call, and line number 43 writing some asset statements. So let me run this and see the result. Now it started, so it got executed successfully. So now I'm converting this mock into a spy. So I'm not interested to change anything from the logic point. Let's see the response. So execution got completed. Now it got success. So in both cases, I am getting the same result. I won't see any difference between spy or a mock. So the reason behind this is line number 40. So if your dependent property having some stubbing statement, so line number 40 is a stubbing statement. If you provide any stubbing to a dependent property, then we won't see any difference when you use mock or a spy. Both will behave in same manner. So in this case, what happened we'll see. If I not provided any stubbing statement to my target, so what will happen if when it reach to the dependent area, like go to there, wait. So when it reach to this place, this is the dependent method call. If it is a mock, then it will get some default behavior if you not provided any stubbing statement. If it is a spy, then it will try to travel the actual logic available inside this method. So that is the difference. So based on the circumstance, we need to take a decision, like we want to go with the default mock behavior, or would you like to execute the actual logic available inside that dependent property. So based on that, we need to choose either mock or spy. Hope you got some idea. Let's move on the next one. The next one, capture. Before moving into the capture, let's see in which circumstance generally people will use it to capture the method arguments. So I will try to explain you here the scenario. So this is my service, and there are two dependent properties here. Repository is one and template one. And if you see the method select records, there actually by using JDBC template, I'm calling query method, and there we are passing two arguments, SQL and DD. So now if I write a test case for this service, what will happen? This we can convert into stubbing. If you provide the stubbing, this statement will not get executed, and it can just assume the dummy response. It can proceed with the remaining execution. So here the question is, what is the guarantee the parameters what we are using inside this method are updating properly here? So if you see line number 35 to 37, 35 I declared SQL, and 37 I declared DD. If you take any real world application, so inside this you may find a lot of lines, maybe hundreds of lines. Before reaching to this stubbing statement, it may got modified in multiple places. Now what is the guarantee that these values are coming to this point as expected? We need to capture this and need to cross check by using asset statements. That is the only way to confirm whether that logic is working as expected or not. So that's where capture will help you to capture these local variables in the test class. Let's see how can you achieve this. So there is one example I already written here. I want to capture those method arguments. Correspondingly, I declared to capture two argument capture instances like this. One is a string, another one is of account record. So this declaration you can do based on the type of the arguments we are passing here. So one is SQL is a string, and the second one is DD type. DD is account record type. So now correspondingly I declare 2 and I annotate with capture. Now here I call the target one. After the target there is one verify method, so this is very important here. This actually helping to get those method local method references into your test class references whatever we declared here. So the mapping is done by this verify method. After getting the instances, we can able to call the get value method to get the actual value. So here I'm doing that. At the same time, I'm just writing one asset statement to compare those values. So this is very useful if you want to cross check or certain logic is executed as per our expectation before reach to a particular like a stubbing statement. Hope you got some idea what is the importance of capturing the method arguments. Next, see static method mocking. So before see this example, I want to travel my target here. So this is my target method, and if you see my target, there are two dependent properties. One is account repository and the other one is JDBC template. Both existed as a member, and there is one more class, static utilities. So this is not a bin. If you see the method signature, it's a static method. Static method can call directly through the class name. I just did that here. So if you go to the mock testing, this we can declare as a mock. You can provide subbing statement, then target can assume certain dummy values. It can proceed the further execution. But what about this static? So there we need to provide some stubbing for this static also. It's not same as the members are inside the target. It's quite different. I will explain you. So if it is static method, then we need to create the mock bean by using mockito.mockitoStatic method. So there we need to provide our class, which is like our class which contain the static methods, and hope this statement will help you to create that instance. Once we have the mock instance, then we can actually write the stubbing statement like this. So this actually telling when target reaches to this area, it will just return true. And there is one more stubbing statement in line number 37. This actually telling when repository find by customer ID, it can assume some dummy and return some dummy value. So this is my target method call. So there are two stubbing statements I written. One stubbing is working on repository and the other stubbing is working on the static one. But getting the static instance is quite different than getting member instance from the service. If account service is a member, so we can directly annotate mock. But if a non-member, we need to create like this, stating mockito.mockStatic. So the similarly here, I just changed the stubbing. So there I written stubbing true, and this is the false case, and correspondingly I changed the method name as well. So let me run this and see the result. Yeah, it got successfully executed, and you can able to see the response as well. Hope people got understand, and we'll continue the next. Thank you.